Fighting out of the red corner, standing 6 feet 3 inches tall, weighing in at 169.5 pounds, currently undefeated with a record of 2-0, doing it for Colossal Fight Company. Let's hear it for Kaleb Jordan.
Both of them.
Yep.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, coming out to the cage right now, we have Kaleb Jordan. This young man is 20 years old, standing at 6'3", with 170 pounds last night, and he has a record of 2-0. He's training out of Colossal Fight Company. What do we know about Colossal? What do we know about Kaleb?
Well, at Colossal, they're fighting with, he's being coached by David Gorham. Looks like David Gorham has a lot of knowledge when it comes to combat sports. He's competed in kickboxing, he's competed in judo, jiu-jitsu. He started training when he was 18 years old, but it looks like over there they do a lot of the grappling and teaching their students over there to I guess use their I don't really know what I'm about to say.
No,
it looks like they do
good.
a lot.
They have been coming down here for a while, and they always put on a good show. Win or lose, they are entertaining. Good jiu-jitsu grappling game. They got a good striking game. So it's a pretty well-rounded gym on what we've seen out of the fighters that come down here from Pocatello, out of Colossal. Now, the thing with Kaleb, with that 2-0 perfect undefeated record, I know his last fight was actually here at SteelFist against Marcones Alves back in August of last year, and he won that one via arm triangle.
Yeah.
So, solid grappling, solid submission, and I believe that one was just over halfway through the first round, too.
Well, it looks like he's got Tyler Harden in his corner as well. Tyler, at one point, was the 145-pound champion. I don't know if he still is. I know he went over to a different promotion for a little bit. But he had a Peruvian necktie submission, I believe.
Yes, he did.
Fight.
And I asked him about it. He's like, oh, we just do that.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what his opponent looks like.
All right, and his opponent tonight going to be fighting out of the black corner, standing 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 168 pounds with a current amateur record of 2-1. Doing it for Agima, let's hear it for Micah, the Madman Murdock.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Micah, the Madman Murdock, standing in 5 feet 11 inches tall, weighing in at 170 pounds. He has an amateur record of 2-1-0, and he's representing Team Agima. What do we know about them?
Well, you got Dane Aritzabal out there. You've got Court McGee and a plethora of other guys. Agima has been one of those gyms over the past few years that has really made a mark here in the state of Utah with all of the different promotions, and they always come out and put on a show. Again, just like Colossal coming down from Idaho, they put on a show, win, lose, or draw. You get the same thing out of Agima. You have some amazing coaches over there. Court McGee of UFC fame, also of one hell of a personal backstory. So you've got guys out there at that gym that really know what they're doing. Dane is just a phenomenal coach as well. So he's definitely getting some good work in there. He does have a wrestling background. I know his opponent, Kaleb, also had a wrestling background. I'm pretty sure that Micah, the Madman here, is coming in off of a loss against Walker, if I can talk,
Yeah.
Walker Pelto back in September here at at Fierce Fighting. So this is his first time getting in the cage at SteelFist, but he has been in a few other promotions, or at least one other promotion here in Utah a few times.
Okay, well, unlike the first 3 fights, I'm wondering if we're going to see some grappling in this one.
I would love to see some grappling. Coming from that background, I love watching a good grappling exchange, and both of these guys are training at gyms that have a phenomenal ground game. I know between both Dane and Court, the wrestling over at Agima, the entire ground game is just phenomenal. And then, up there at Colossal, we're seeing some fancy submissions come out of there. So, I would expect to see some grappling, but at the same time, I don't know.
I mean,
a lot of guys get into the cage and they just want to be, MMA version of Muay Thai fighters.
They just want to go.
Yeah, they just want really light gloves and then throwing hands and feet and everything else in between. So can never really predict too much. You see a lot of black belt jiu-jitsu guys come out and only want to strike.
Oh, 100%.
All right, if you're just tuning in, we have Kaleb Jordan in the red corner with the blue and white tights, and then you have Micah, the Madman Murdock, in the blue corner with the gray camouflage tights.
Started out with a flying teep kick, it looked like.
Yep, and great job by Micah turning against the cage and putting that pressure on. But Kaleb's able to turn him off of the cage and change the angle, going for a rear naked. Doesn't have it, was too much to the side, and going for a Kimura, attempting, and looks like Micah is able to get out of any danger there. Kaleb
trying to take the back.
It looked like Kaleb was going for a leg lock. The downside with amateur in Utah is no twisting leg locks.
Yeah.
So that leaves you knee bar, a traditional calf slicer, and Achilles lock, but no heel hooks and stuff like that. Which does make it a little bit more difficult, but a lot of pressure right now from Micah Murdock.
Yeah.
Good job scrambling to his feet and immediately putting Kaleb Jordan against the cage.
Yeah, I'm excited to see some of this cage work, see what they've been training.
Ooh.
Oh, looks like he brought him down.
Nice sacrifice.
Yeah.
That can be dangerous sometimes, but he was able to roll through. And
oh my goodness.
No better
Kaleb Jordan with the takedown there, yeah.
No better guillotine choke defense than slamming someone on their back.
Yeah.
Kaleb's doing a really good job climbing around and riding. He's got that arm trap. I'd say look for some strikes right here.
Yeah. Well, it looks like
there
he's
he
got
goes.
a spot in there.
As long as he doesn't get too off balance, he might be in a position for a stoppage here. Putting the pressure on with that hand. That right hand is just teeing off on Micah Murdock. Now, in this kind of scenario, I'd love to see Micah try and stand up or power up into a tripod position and start shaking him off with as high as Kaleb is, that can come in as a good defense, but doesn't look like that's going to happen at this point.
Well, it looks like we got Kaleb who's put in the body lock.
Yeah, he's got that body triangle going. I do like what I'm seeing out of Micah, trying to control that arm while he turns in, but yeah, that body triangle is making it really difficult, and Kaleb's maintaining a really good position right now.
Yeah. I don't know too much about the jiu-jitsu side of things, but man, this has got to be exhausting.
It can be, yeah, because you're fighting with your whole body against somebody that's fighting with their whole body, right? So it can be a lot more tiresome than just your regular striking match. But again, Kaleb's really trying for the armbar right here. Almost had it. Got the wrong angle. Let's see if he's able to rotate the thumb. Yeah, the only thing is with Micah's hand being rotated in like that, with the thumb down, you want to rotate back out and put their thumb in the air.
Yeah.
Thumbs up is the best way to secure that armbar because it kind of locks in the radius and ulna into that straight line so that when you do hip up, it does put that pressure directly on the elbow there. So
well, I was saying the thumbs up because towards the end he had his other hand out and he was thumbs up in his, I think it was his corner.
He's just saying I'm good, right?
Yeah.
All right, so that was a great first round. What are your takeaways out of it?
I think it's started out really quick. Kaleb Jordan with the teep and then just going straight into the action. I think Micah Murdock had a really good defense for the most part.
Yes.
I would like to see, like you were saying, maybe him trying to stand up. But I like the action on the ground. I like that he was staying active, getting those headshots in, the hammer fist. But I would give that round to if I'm no judge, but I would think that Kaleb is probably got that one.
Yeah, I think so too. Between the striking and the control, I think that Kaleb did everything he needed to do to secure that round.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a 10-8, but definitely a 10-9 round.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And some nice strikes from standing out of Kaleb Jordan as well. Good use of the jab. There you go.
There we go. We got a takedown by Micah.
Yep. Secured that body lock and nice elevation on the takedown. Let's look for Micah to go knee on belly and try and slide across for a full mount here. Good defense. Immediately you have Kaleb Jordan taking that left hand, grabbing the inside of his own thigh to prevent that knee on belly, and now he's shrimping in, shooting that knee across. Now watch for him to, honestly, I would say watch for him to shoot for a triangle choke right here.
Yeah, that's what it looks like he's going for.
Get that foot in the hip. If he can rotate that left foot out and put it in the hip. Kaleb seems to be staying pretty composed. I would like to see him go off of that knee up position and kind of go flatter on the knees and posture a bit.
Yeah.
Prevents, or it takes away the danger of that right there.
Yeah, it looks like he's going for that
Yep,
the head
there's
triangle.
the triangle. He doesn't have the full triangle. He's just got the head, but it puts him in great position for some strikes.
Yeah.
And he's got really good control of the head.
Slid out there.
Good job by Micah Murdock slipping that head away. Now in that north-south position, putting the pressure on.
Micah started with some body shots from the bottom. I wonder if being a little more active there, at least trying to wear his body down a little bit. And by his, I mean Kaleb.
Right. Micah's in a good position right now. Watch for the, I was going to say watch for that arm that's over his head to try and scoop that in for Kimura or Americana. But he's in a great position right now. I would love to see him posture up and start, there he goes.
Yep,
start dragging that knee across the belly. There he goes. He needs to put that leg down.
Seemed like he was a little top heavy there.
Yeah, well, he left too much space by going knee up, the one knee down, and then the other one he was planted on his right leg was planted on the foot instead of on the knee. So he created enough space for Kaleb to shoot through. He gave him an escape route.
Yeah.
And Kaleb's got a potential shoulder choke going on right now.
Kaleb seems to be pretty comfortable off his back. I mean, I guess that's, with the jiu-jitsu training that he has.
Yeah.
But
yeah, very calm. Good roll through. Watch him trap the feet, and if he starts kind of pulling down against that left leg, left ankle of Micah Murdock, there's a potential submission there for someone that does cross their feet when they take your back. One thing that we always drill in class when I did used to coach and then when I also was training is never cross your feet when you take someone's back, because they can potentially get you in that little sneaky ankle lock. Luckily, it didn't seem like Kaleb was trying to apply a lot of pressure on that, but he was in a bad position for a moment.
Yeah. Well, what do you think some of the takeaways from that round are? Who do you – I mean,
that's a hard one. I think that one definitely went to Micah.
Yeah.
I think that Micah eked out that round. He was in some dominant positions, landing some good strikes from the ground. I think that he did enough to win that on the scorecard, but again, not a crazy dominant performance by either one of these guys so far. It's been a pretty good matchup. A lot of scrambles, a lot of effort by both these guys, and little moments of glory, right?
Yeah.
And so it's a little bit hard, but if I was over in Micah's corner, one thing I would be saying is, hey, if you end up on top of him on the ground like that again, you need to pressure. Don't give space.
Yeah.
Anything that you're trying to do, if you're trying to pass, side control and get him out, anything like that, you need to drag as much of your body and your knee and your shin and everything against his body and not go high. Don't elevate.
Yeah. I agree with you there. I believe Kaleb Jordan's been having a little bit better stand-up.
Yes.
I wonder if he's going to try and, keep it standing, see what he can do. Well, then you get Micah going for the shot. So.
And great job of closing the distance, coming in off of that shot, and switching it from the legs to that body lock and working on the drag right now to get him to the canvas. Kaleb's doing a good job keeping his hips under him, but Micah's persistent and able to get the takedown. hear Kaleb's corner talking him through what to do in this position. I like hearing that, saying move towards that leg and try and suck out. And now watch him go for that Kimura.
Yeah.
Good job, Micah, getting that gable grip underneath to make it really difficult. He let go of it, but it, for a moment, was making it very difficult for Kaleb to try and get that Kimura. Watch for Kaleb to drive forward. Ooh, good job, Micah, securing that full mount and staying low, staying knees down and not giving a lot of space. You want to put that weight on and keep the pressure going.
Yeah.
And then wait for your moment to sit up and start throwing the strikes.
Well, it looks like Kaleb's doing a lot of keeping Micah's hands busy from doing too much ground and pound.
He is, and he's putting that hand against the hip there to try and create some space so that he can shrimp through and try and get that knee through, which is a great technique. I'd rather see him put his hands against the knee instead of against the hip, but Micah's doing a really good job of maintaining that pressure. Now, one little thing that I would probably be yelling if I was in Micah's corner is body, head. He's trying to throw a few strikes up to the top, and Kaleb's doing a really good job of fighting the hands. If Micah was to start switching from top to bottom, right, or bottom to top, it kind of moves those hands out of the way so you can't throw those shots to the head. And Kaleb did a great job shrimping out there.
I think on both ends you got really good defense by Kaleb. You got pretty good offense from Micah. Like I said, I'm not a huge jiu-jitsu guy. I don't know too much, but
you can appreciate the chess match, right?
Oh, I can appreciate the fact that you can see them working to try. You can see Kaleb on the bottom working to figure something out. And,
right.
It is quite impressive, I will say.
Look for Kaleb to get that right arm deep into the armpit, and, well, not anymore now that he's not onto the side there. When you're onto the side like that, a really good reversal is get the side of the arm that you have the opposite of the hip that's on the ground, and you shoot up as high as you can and roll towards the inside. And sometimes you can get the escape that way. Sometimes you can't. It always depends on your opponent, but it's something to try for.
Yeah. Totally.
So that was the final round. It's going to go to the judge's decision. That's going to be a little bit harder one. I think that Micah did everything he needed to do to get rounds 2 and 3, but I'm not a judge.
I agree with you there. I don't know what their scorecards are saying, but I would agree. I think Micah was a bit more active on top.
Yes.
Went for the takedowns, especially round 2 and 3. So I would give it to him.
I agree. Let's take it to the cage and find out what the judges said and find out who actually won this fight.
Were the judges paying attention? Did they see that one move? Did you get scored for it? Who do you guys think won? We don't care because you're not a judge, but do me a favor, make some noise for the red corner, Kaleb Jordan. And make some noise for the black corner, Micah the Madman Murdock. I've got the answers. You guys ready? Can I get both fighters to the center of the cage? Please, gentlemen, both fighters to the center. You guys know what to do. Make some noise. Here are your scores. Steven Farragher with a score of 29-27. Rich Montanez with a score of 29-28. Dennis McMahon with a score of 29-28. Your winner by a split decision. Out of the red corner, Kaleb Jordan.
All right, I'm here with your winner, Kaleb Jordan. Kaleb, how are you feeling right now, man? You just went 3 rounds in a grappling war. You got to be tired.
No, I feel good. Let's go a couple more. It's got to be scary weighing 170 pounds and not being named Kaleb Jordan. There's no one who can beat me. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Hey, did anything happen in that fight that caught you off guard?
He had some good takedowns, I'm going to admit. He got me on a couple of them, but no, everything I expected is... Yeah, I piss excellence is what they want me to say.
Well, you do. I heard all about it, man. Some people saw you back in the locker room. Is there anyone you want to thank tonight?
Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'd like to thank the man himself, Jesus Christ. And my coaches, all my training partners that came down to support Shaden. We're out in Europe. Thank you, guys.
Awesome, man. Are you going to come back down to Utah and do this for us again?
Of course.
All right, man. Well, we can't wait to see you come back. Congratulations. Everyone give it up for your winner, Kaleb Jordan!
You forgot one very important fact. Undefeated 3-0, Kaleb Jordan. Make some noise. Had to work for that one, man. We got to get your picture taken. Little blood, little messed up hair. Looks like you did some work tonight, man. Congratulations.